Welcome to another exciting episode of Zzzzzz Electronic Repair Bench.
Morning YouTube, how are you this morning? Coming to you this morning to share with you a revelation I had last night when I went to bed. I do my best thinking at night like that. I spent all day yesterday going over those schematics, and it was a daunting task that I didn't have to do, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute why. I think what it is I got so involved, and I printed out a total of 12 sheets of this schematic so I could have it in a format where I could see it. Excuse me. And I wanted to be able to break it down and all this. Anybody that has looked at the schematic can see a bunch of lines in it, and it's difficult, but you have to follow those lines where they go, and that's what I did. And some of them on those long lines like that, they go all the way from one side to a board, and then they'll come all the way back, the same board. And it took a long time to go over that. But the startling thing is, if I would have had some sense and not been so involved in that, I would have seen something that would have allowed me to rule out all of that. And like I say, I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But the thing of it is, like I said, you get so involved in it, you just don't think when you're doing that. You're looking for one specific thing, and where does that signal go? That's what you're looking for. And when you do that, you get self-involved, and you don't really look at the overall picture, which is what I should have done. But okay, what I'm going to do is put up a picture here and show you again where I went and what I should have seen. So stay with me here just a minute, and I'll get this picture up and get reset up for it, and I think you guys will be amazed. Alright, you guys should recall this picture here from yesterday. It's basically Q302, the two pins there, 4 and 5, where the output from the stereo FM comes out. And if you recall, we traced it down through those two transistors there, and through the little capacitors, and through the LPF. And where we ended up was a place I like to call the switch, which is, I want to show you right now. Now, I know you guys, I remember this, but I just wanted to show you again. And I'm going to show you a close-up picture of this switch, and see if anybody can realize what I didn't realize last night, and see if you can figure out where I went wrong. Didn't really go wrong, I just didn't see a key factor, and it would have saved me from looking any further, basically. So here, let me put this next picture up. Alright, what we're looking at now is a blown up picture of the AM switch, and in order to try to illustrate what I'm talking about here, we're going to have some highlighted sections of this, and I'll try to explain those best I can. So first up, we're going to look at the audio feed lines, and what these two are is the left and right channels that go out to the outputs. Now I have carefully followed this along all the way to its end, and I know those two lines do go to the outputs. They go through some circuitry as far as the amplifier and things like that, but they do go to the output. The next thing I want to show is the AM audio feed line, which comes down from where it's pointed out there and goes to the switch contacts above, and you can see those are tied together. So because AM is mono so left and right channels doesn't really matter. And those are tied together, so you'll get output from both the right and left channel from AM. So that's a pretty good illustration there. Alright, this next thing shows the switch is in the FM position. In other words, the AM button is out. When on this tuner, when you press one button, the other button pops out. So the FM button, as you can look at there, if you look at the FM switch next to it there, you see the buttons pushed in. The contacts are on the second set of contacts instead of the first set. So basically, this switch that we're showing, the AM switch, controls the audio for both the AM and FM. Now the FM switch over there, I would say, I didn't follow it out, but I would say that it just controls the voltages going to the various sections of the AM and FM radio, to where if it's in FM, the voltage goes to the FM circuitry, and if it's in AM, it goes to the AM circuitry. So, but for our purposes, we're interested in the audio, and you can see the position of the switch. That means that the audio feed coming down from Q302 there goes into the switch and comes out to the outputs. And we know from previous turning this receiver on that the AM works fine going all the way through. In other words, when it's in AM, we get audio out of both the left and the right channels. So it makes sense, if you think about it, that when it's in the FM position, that those feed lines for the audio are going to be all the way through. They're going to be working, because it's already been proven that AM works fine on both channels. So that problem that we're looking for has to be between Q302 and the switch. So I hope I explained that good enough for you. That just came to me last night, like I said, in bed. I just was laying there thinking about it, and I thought, well, if it works in AM, and those audio feed lines go all the way out to the output, I trace them down. I know they go, that's where they go. If they're working fine in AM, they should work fine in FM too. So the problem has to be between the switch and the Q302. And that should be easy to trace out, and that's what I plan to do either later today or tomorrow. Depends on if I get my other work done that I have to do. So I thought you guys would be interested in that. Like I said, I almost got up last night and made this video. I thought, man, I tell you what, this is just startling news, because I went through all that trouble of looking for the problem, you know, or where the problem could be in the other part. It was good in a way, because I did find out that those audio feed lines coming off that switch go all the way to the output. So I needed to know that. So it was actually good that I did it. But at the same time, if I would have just thought a little bit, I would have, because I kept looking at all the different points. They would go from one board to the other. There was jumpers there, and I thought, well, that'll give me a good place to test and things like that. But see, all that wouldn't have been necessary, because all the lines obviously good if it works in AM. So, anywho, you guys, hope you get this, and you know, just like I said, it came to me in a flash. But like I said, it really opened my my eyes when I saw that, and I hope to figure that out here. It should be an easy fix, because it's either the switch is bad, and a lot of people on the Antique Radio Forum have suggested that the selector switch is probably dirty contacts on it. So either that, or there's a problem in one of those transistors or capacitors or something, and we'll find that out pretty easy. So signal tracing will get that for us. So we will get on it, like I say, later on. So guys, stay tuned sometime today or tomorrow, and we'll have this for you. So you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.